One. Yes, we're live. Welcome to the webinar, everyone. Great to see you on the Blam Success training webinars, and we're going to be talking about LinkedIn prospecting. For the purpose of the recording, I dropped in a little bit late, but nice to see you all. Hope you're all well. Daniel is going to say we've got a LinkedIn profile optimization guide, which allows you, which is really step one in the process. It's basically a three-step process. Optimize your profile first. Yeah, so it looks nice and it has purpose for when people visit it. Because obviously when you start networking, which we're going to show you today, now to network at scale, right? People are going to look at your profile, and if it looks like a dog's dinner, or you haven't paid attention to it, or you've not really done it properly, it's just a waste of time. And guys, just for your information, that's the same reason why we sell the reason why we sell the websites in the way that we do. There's no point in having a static website that does nothing, that hasn't got a funnel on it, and then start advertising to tell people to go there. Yeah, that's why most people don't. That's why most people don't understand websites very well. But if you've got an AI website that has a funnel built in with a goal to either build a list or convert a customer, yeah, you obviously got a much better chance when you advertise that those visitors become customers, right? And the same premise applies to your LinkedIn. So really polish up your profile properly, and I'll send you all the details on that, Daniel. And obviously, Daniel's still in the startup process. So when we get started properly, we'll go through that together.
Yeah,
so Garvin, any experience with LinkedIn?
I haven't actually used it for Blam yet. Just using a more of a kind of.
But in the past, have you used it?
In the past, yeah. So just using it kind of promote my like an online CV, basically just showing kind of previous job experiences and that, just to kind of for more for like prospective recruiters and that, you know, if you're looking for a new role.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah. Okay, I see. So did you do the LinkedIn profile optimization already as well?
No, haven't.
Okay, maybe we'll do another session on that another day. Okay.
Yeah.
Gives us another piece of content for the success training. And then finally, I'm almost scared to ask Daryl. You're a bit of a LinkedIn pro, aren't you?
I wish I was. I've got a massive network that's been going for many years, but that's all sales directors. Yeah.
Cool. And then finally, Cindy, and I'm not sure if you're going to get much out of this on your phone, but okay, her phone has just been put down somewhere. Hello. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. All right. Cool. Hello, John.
I'm getting much, but I'm listening. Sorry.
Okay. Hi, John. How you doing? John's trying to figure out how his microphone works. Right.
Hello.
Without further ado, hi. How you doing? Great to see you. Just quickly, just tell us your experience with LinkedIn prospecting. Any experience? Any good experience? Any bad experience?
Yeah. What, me now? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Drop you on the spot.
Yeah, I have actually. I spoke to a really good connection last week, actually, and he's given me some good tools to not only automate the process a little bit, but the values of I've been speaking to a couple of other people as well in regards to improving my bio. But actually, most of the stuff that I got from you initially, actually, so you're the king, really, of how the bio should be, where, you know, the sort of just tidying that up and making sure you're attracting the right people from the offset, really. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So the three-part strategy, I spoke to it briefly before we kicked off on this. Initially, we do LinkedIn profile optimization. because when you send people to your profile, which is going to be the main, when you go out there, people will come back to you. It's a bit like turning up to a networking meeting in your Speedos. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So some people might like that, but most people in a business setting will go, yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll sure as hell remember you. All right. But, shirt and tie, looking smart, your attire, and that needs to match. So when you're out there prospecting for business, I think a lot of people forget about that. I'm gonna have to put you guys on mute now,
Okay.
because I will launch into this. I don't want to take too much of your lovely evening, and so I've created this little document for you, which is the LinkedIn prospecting guide, and I'm going to show you some of these things live in action. Okay. And then we're going to talk a little about a messaging strategy. Okay. And then if we get to it, we can talk a little bit about no, maybe not. Okay. There is also a group strategy, but have I talked about the group strategy? No. Okay. That's a good thing, because that's a little bit more complicated to go in a group strategy. Right. So, I don't know what you guys. Hang on, let me just share my screen first of all. Hang on. Here we go. Share screen. Present now. The entire screen, and nothing but the screen. Is this coming on? Yes. Right, everybody, thumbs up if you can see my screen. Yeah, wonderful. Right, so what I've done on purpose is that this is the search in the free LinkedIn account. And the question for those who entered late earlier on, is it worth to have LinkedIn Navigator? And it's a yes and a no question. It's definitely worth it if you're going to literally go on there and absolutely smash the pants off it. It's a very, very powerful tool, and probably worth its £60 a month price tag. But as a business owner, you've just got too many other things to do in a day. So that leaves you with obviously the standard account within LinkedIn, and the search is just not very good. It's just this is a people filter. So if you go in here, it used to be quite good. Okay, it's very basic. Yeah, so you can go in here, and that's. It's just a bit clunky, bit hard, yeah. So and obviously those things work a lot better, and it's certainly worth trying this out, because to a certain extent, LinkedIn will be able to give you these things for free, and it's worth figuring out. But I've just got used to using Google to search LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is a top 50 website, I think now. I think it might even be top 5. Yeah, most visited website in the world. Yeah, so it kind of gets really good Google rankings. Your profile within LinkedIn, this address, it's actually quite a powerful thing. And that's for everybody else. As you can see, I've already smashed the pants out of the free account, so they're actually hiding stuff away. I've reached the commercial use limit. Yeah, badge of honor, guys. Yeah, done it, smashed it. Right, so this is what you want to see as well. All right, but you've got this. It's called recruiting.net. I've sent you the link in the document, and you can just use Google to search profiles on LinkedIn. Now, before we go into prospecting on LinkedIn, and there's a question that Cindy actually asked earlier today at the training. Can I find qualified prospects on LinkedIn? And you can't. You just can't find qualified people. It's networking, guys. This is coming to a networking event and meeting people you've never met. So don't try to sell to them. Really don't try to sell to them, because that's the easiest way for them to go, I don't like you because you've just tried selling to me. I don't even know you, right? So you've got to use your funnel tactics here. This is very top of the funnel, yeah? But at the same time, you've got access to everybody. Okay, so you need to make a decision at one point, and hopefully if you've done your courses within Digital Marketer, you will have kind of figured out, an avatar. The other thing that's worth noting is once you've got your avatar, and the small to medium sized business owner actually doesn't tend to be on LinkedIn, right? So you might want to also use Facebook, and you might also want to use Twitter, and you might actually also want to use Instagram. Yeah, all those platforms in their own right are good for lead generation. Okay, but obviously we're focusing on LinkedIn today. But the most effective way to find people on LinkedIn is actually to find business owners, who could potentially become referrers for you. Okay, so the people that I tend to search for, mainly because obviously, my job is to find more partners, are people who are agency owners, who already have a web design agency of some kind, or in some way, shape, or form are involved with marketing, right? And they have an opportunity to refer. Now, for yourself, I guess you need to look at maybe accountants, so people who are in the business of helping other businesses start up, financial, sort of services for business, and there's loads of categories that we can talk about, but essentially, what you do is you go into X-ray search, okay, and you will figure out that job title, okay. So maybe in the text, if we can make this a bit more interactive, if you want to send me a message, what shall I search for in the search? What's your ideal client? Who would you like to find? Okay, first come, first serve on this one.
Clothing. Okay, selling health foods.
Health foods, or like health consultants?
Well, no. Well, that service. Actually, this is for e-commerce stores.
Yeah, let's not do e-commerce. It's not the easiest website to sell.
Okay. All right. Okay, so health consultants then.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're going with health and wellness. All right, cool. It's there. Location. So you can do this around you. Where do you live, Cindy?
There's the Buckinghamshire. It's bigger than where I live.
Do we say Milton Keynes?
Okay. Well, I'm close to Oxford, close to Bicester. Those are really big areas.
Well, let's be specific about an area.
That's the Milton Keynes. Yeah.
So United Kingdom. Keywords to exclude. Let's not exclude anything. And then you just find the right people on LinkedIn. What it does, it actually does a Boolean search, as Darryl quite rightly put earlier on. And then you can either save that as a search, or you can open it in Google. So let's open it in Google. So here you go. All the profiles are here. And we've got all these pages of profiles. Now, you can go into them individually. And this is going to slightly break my computer. So I'll apologize now if I get knocked off the machine. Are we all in here, by the way? Yeah. How are we doing? I think I just heard somebody come in. And you need to have quite a powerful computer, or just not so many tabs open. Can everybody still see my screen? Yeah, quick thumbs up from everyone. Yeah, love it. Okay, so you've got this thing called Link Clump, which is actually an extension from a Chrome extension. So you need to download it from the Chrome App Store. And I'll say this link is in the actual document. Okay, so here it says activate by left mouse and button and Z key. Okay, so I go into this list here, and I will click my left mouse button and the Z key. Oh, there you go, Z and the left mouse. And if I drag this all the way down to the bottom, and just bear with me, guys, because this could start, a bit of a and I let go. You can see all these profiles have been opened up here. It's going to take a little while. So I've just basically opened up that entire page of profiles. Yeah, and as it starts to, it's not the fastest computer, it's not the slowest either, but it's going to take a little while. And then it allows me to go into these profiles eventually. Dearie me. Yeah, there you go. So supply chain professional with 30 years experience. Now I'm doing I've been on LinkedIn for a while, so I can tell whether somebody is likely to be on LinkedIn or not. But I'm just going to do a quick sort of check over this profile. The fact that he's got 32 connections just tells me that he's probably, he's self-employed, so that's cool. Yeah, he probably needs a website actually. Yeah, he's based in Chester, right? And all I would do then is I will send them an invitation, and then I use a little tool called Quick Text Paste, and I've already got my invitation in here, as you can see. So I do left key, Windows key and W, and I send them an invitation. And I will go through the entire list now. Now on the free account, guys, before LinkedIn starts to twitch and throw you out, you get about 50 invitations now. It used to be more, but since they've been taken over by Microsoft, they're obviously finding every single which way to monetize. Yeah. So, but on the free account, you can do 50 invitations a day without really sort of getting into too much trouble. You will get a slap on the wrist if you start abusing it. All right. And then I would literally just do that, send out all the invitations. And then when people accept the invitations, I will then start a conversation with them. Now, in the document, I have sent you basically a string of messages. Yeah. And actually, it does have the group strategy in here as well. But don't worry about that too much. The key to these messages, and these are what, six messages, I think. Yeah, you've even got the you've got the 73-point checklist in here. Is to build a relationship where you're just delivering value. Please, please, please resist the temptation to try and pitch them immediately. Yeah. First of all, yeah, this is the first interaction this guy has probably had from LinkedIn. Yeah, that has been, somebody where he goes, oh, okay, that makes sense. Whereas everybody else has been either trying to hire him or tried to sell him something. Just don't be that guy or girl. Sorry, Cindy. Are you guys? Does that make sense? Yeah, just a quick thumbs up. All right. So this takes time. This is not an overnight job. You're not immediately going to get loads of business from it. Yeah. And then so I need to say the next thing. So if you're going to start prospecting using LinkedIn, please, 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 always first do the hot prospects exercise. There is gold in your backyard. Yeah. You don't have to travel, scan the globe, to find that gold nugget. It's probably in your backyard. It's probably from your uncle that you could ask. Yeah. I need customers. Who do you know? So always do that first. Yeah. But then, once you get, obviously your prospect funnel starts to dry up a bit, spend 20 minutes a day sending out 50 invitations. The way that I've just showed you how you can send out invitations at scale, you just do one after the other. Yeah. Send out your 50 and then get back to work. Yeah. Don't hang into this system and doing too much, and then you've lost, 2 hours that you'll never get back. Does that make sense, guys? Milton Keynes close to me. Fair enough. Yeah. Franchise restaurant owners, very good one. Love that one. So does that make sense, guys? So really quick exercise. Use LinkedIn. Make sure that you got your messages programmed into the quick text space. I don't know what you would use if you have a Mac, by the way. I think a Mac has its own sort of clipboard already inside the system, isn't it? Where you can sort of program messages and have templates already programmed, don't you? I think so. Anyway, I'm sure there's a Mac version available. But that's a way to potentially get new prospects. But just remember, lead with value. Lead with value. Yeah. In fact, now we've just found out that actually quite powerful keyword, self-employed, might actually be the word that you're looking for. I love that. So if you go and just type in self-employed here, because then you know that they need a website to promote themselves. Yeah. Right. If you want to just unmute yourself, do you have any questions? Anyone? Grant Stain is in the group.
How you doing, buddy?
What's up, bud?
You all right, mate? You sold a website via LinkedIn this week, didn't you? Was it a website or an app?
Yes. Yeah. That was, in fact, somebody who actually approached me, though. But so I rarely do any prospecting now on LinkedIn. But I used to do it a lot. And I used to have a Navigator account, and I used to not entirely smash the pants out of it, but it was. I still found that with the free tools, I could probably do as much as I was doing before. So it just wasn't worth the 60 quid a month.
You can have you can have it. It's free for a month anyway, isn't it? So maybe.
Yeah, but it's just make sure that you've done some webinars on Navigator before you start that, because you set up the free trial, you know what's going to happen. You stub your toe on the bed, and then you forget about it.
Yeah.
And then the month is gone.
Sure. Understood.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so link clump actually works in any website. What's probably worth doing is find a number of directory websites. But this is the easiest way I found to sort of search LinkedIn and get to some perspective thing. But just curb your enthusiasm in terms of are these people going to sign up straight away? No, they don't know you. So you've got to do the hard work in terms of building that value and trust and all the rest of it that we bang on about. So it's probably a good sort of top up new prospects exercise, but just make sure that you've got your funnel in place and that you keep adding people into it. The group strategy works quite well as well. It does require a little bit more attention as well, but once people are in your group, the group kind of starts curating itself, and all you have to do is drop in some content from time to time, and stuff that you would have normally shared with prospects anyway, helpful content, and then people will start to either like or comment on it, and it everybody in the groups get notified that that activity is going on. So the group is actually creating that awareness for you. Also, when you're prospecting and you're the owner of a web design company, it's fairly obvious what your strategic intent is when you communicate with these people. So presenting yourself as the curator of the group or the founder of the group, which is going to be a helpful place for health and wellness professionals, is less threatening to the person who you're going to connect with. So when you connect with them and you say, look, I'm looking to help health and wellness professionals, by sharing how digital services can improve their lives, come into my group. They come into the group, they're all health and wellness professionals, and they're going to feel a little bit more comfortable. That makes sense.
Edward.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, if you've got a group created for health and wellness, should you introduce that group as your initial invitation, or let them reply to your invitation first, and then once you've built up an exchange, then introduce them to a group? Yeah,
Definitely. But curating the group, I mean, setting up the group is not difficult. Putting some branding on it, you can do with Canva, and sourcing content around health and wellness is fairly straightforward. It doesn't have to be your content. That's the cool thing about the group, strategy, because writing your own content is difficult anyway. But sharing useful stuff in the group from other people is that's good enough.
all right.
But there's loads of stuff available from the digital marketer website. Stuff from your courses that you can drop in there. That are going to be helpful. Promoting yourself as a health and wellness person. There's loads of stuff out there you can drop in there that's going to be helpful.
What I used to do when I was a curriculum writer and educational writer, the organisations, they'd normally have a funding committee. So I'd look at the specs of the job, and then I'd update my LinkedIn profile with relevant experience to what they were looking for. And then lo and behold, the members of the funding committee would start adding me to their LinkedIn and check me out. So I'd use it like that to build my authority in the subject area.
Absolutely, and it's actually a really under sort of underused part of your profile. I mean, going back to profile optimization, so a big part of it is your professional experience. Yeah, so these bits of content here, they speak to specific people, right? And you can have several roles in there, So it depends on the niche that you want to target. So just make sure that this is not too generic, but more specific to the niche that you're trying to help. And then you can create several profiles like that and present yourself as that person. I mean, people on LinkedIn don't know you, so That makes sense? Cool. Any other questions for me?
Could I just ask a question on quick text paste, Ed? Because I'm a very stupid person, and I was struggling to use it a little bit.
This one?
That's the very one.
Have you downloaded it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on my screen.
Yeah. So if I want to create a new one, you kind of got to. I kind of used up all my keys here. So here you can put in your text there. Yeah. So whatever. Fancy some pizza? That's a good one. You can use emoticons in there as well. Yeah. And you just have to write in your content there, whatever it is. And then you go in. So this is left Windows key P. I'll replace that one. I go into my messaging. Let's find Spencer. There you go. And then I'd go in there, and I'd just go left Windows key P, fancy some pizza, and then press send. Okay? By the way, when people accept your invitation, you can, obviously you get notified, right? And also when you go into my network, probably the best one. You can go into your connections and you see the latest people that are connected to you. So I can go in here. I can go message. So I send out this message here. Thanks for connecting. Have a lovely day. Simon Green. Oh, pardon me. He's just trying to sell something to me. What else is there? Trying to find out what these people are all about. Great to connect with you here too. So yeah, actually it's probably worth showing you some tricks on using a mobile. Actually, one second. If I go into this guy, because he would be going after similar clients. He's not very active. He's not very active. I'm getting a bit of feedback from somewhere. Let me go in him for a second. So he's part of a networking group that we're a member of. Activity. Here you go. So he's been commenting on that. Cheryl is one of the networking leaders. So here, for example, there's 4 likes in there. So I can go in here and again use link clump. If I go Z and then connect to these people. Yeah. Or just go into these. Now, if you do that on a mobile, it's even more powerful. So if I show you my mobile, you can do a lot of this on your mobile as well. You can do the searches on Recruitum. Yeah, so you can do the same thing and just tap into these profiles using your mobile. So that's a really useful thing to do. If I just go to my profile on LinkedIn, so I do most of this sort of connecting stuff on LinkedIn now. So what's probably worth looking at is a lady called Runes, who's like a networking queen. Yeah. So you go to her activity. She's got 37,000 followers. So you can see she's got 445 likes there. And then if you tap into the likes, so you can go through the list and then see if you can find people that you can connect with. And then personalize invite. On my mobile, I use a little site called ClickStack. So I've got my invitation there. And then I send out invitations like that. Yeah? All right. So that's another good way to send out lots and lots of invitations in a short amount of time. And then obviously when they come back to you in a similar fashion, find the people who are influential in health and wellness, or whichever target market you want to go to, and then find those people on LinkedIn. They're more likely to engage with you because they're already active on LinkedIn. So that's a really useful tip. All right. I'm pretty much done here, unless we have any specific questions.
Cheers, Ed. Thank you.
Anybody else with some more questions?
Yeah, I just,
screen.
love it. Sorry, I just wanted to find out if you So I missed the optimizing session this afternoon.
Yeah, no
When are
worries.
you planning on running that again?
Yeah, well, we're probably in a couple of weeks' time now. I've got a public one booked for the 7th of May, so I can
Okay.
invite you to that one.
Cool.
That's with an organization called Digital Shapers. So that's going to be publicly advertised. It's probably a good one to come along to. That's probably the next one I'm going to do.
Cool.
But yeah.
Appreciate it.
But this is just some tips. Just bear in mind, number one, go for hot prospects exercise. That's the quickest way to find customers and referral partners. And only then start working on, other people. I took a picture of this actually the other day. We were sorting out the attic. This is probably worth sticking around for a couple of seconds. Hang on, let me just show you my screen again. There you go. Look at that. Who do you know? This is the LinkedIn onion. So your sphere of influence is you, your family, your friends, and people you went to school, university, and work with. Those are the people you need to ask first, yeah, if they know someone who wants to buy a website. And then you've got everyone else, which including LinkedIn. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then if you want to create your prospect list, your ABCD prospect list, yeah, D is the last one on the list. This was from years ago. I found loads of good stuff actually. Spent a fortune on courses. All right, guys.
See you later.
Thank you very much. Unless there's any final questions, we will sign off very shortly. This was the LinkedIn prospecting, workshop. Very quickly, Blam Partners Success webinar. We will do this again on Thursday at 5 p.m. GMT next week. Content to be confirmed. And thank you. See you all in the Facebook group. I will have a recording with this. You've got the LinkedIn download. Crack on. Happy selling.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers, Grant. And we are the only ones left.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a bit late, mate. I just sold an app.
Oh, well done, mate. Hang on, let me just stop the recording. Shit.